like, is PulseChain a failed launch and all this stuff? Look, this I can say the way I look at it, but I think this is just how it is. I mean, there is high demand for this stuff being a Richard Hart product, being, he's created Hex already,
Mhm.
which there's a fever pitch, crazy cult like community over. And then there's a 2-year wait from the sacrifice of Pulse, anyway, to this thing going live. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get just like millions of dollars, obviously, and many, many, many people just waiting to get into this thing.
Yeah.
And it is, I think it just speaks to it. I saw you saw what I, not that he's going to read it, of course, but commented under one of his tweets today about that he was actually, how funny is it? We haven't talked about this yet, but Richard actually coming out today on Twitter and just asking people not to attempt to bridge anything else. I mean, at the moment anyway.
Well, he he's just trying to pass the word along. Hey, slow down. If we can get caught up once the load is, they're trying a few different things. I don't know if you caught it just a little bit ago too, but they have some fixes that they're working on testnet. They wanted people to go over to that network and kind of bang on it there a little bit. So too, now it wasn't the bridge. I'm not sure what it was for exactly, but yeah, I mean, so it's cool to have the test net still running in parallel, so that they can add fixes there, test them out, and then deploy them onto mainnet. It's, guy, this is, you and I were talking about this before we even started. When there are problems like this, it just means the opportunity is the best. When Hex first launched, there were a few hiccups here and there. Couldn't get things to do certain things. There were bugs and there were errors. The contract was always fine. The same with Pulse. But there are little hiccups and you work through them. But you just know that when we're this early, there are going to be problems. So instead of complaining about them, take advantage of some of the opportunities that we have. This is the chance to make life-changing wealth. It's just incredible, and I get so upset when I see people bitching and moaning because things don't work 100%. It was, come on, launch it, come on, launch it, come on. And then when it launched, there were things wrong, and now they're pissed off that there's things wrong. So you can't please everybody. You'll never please everybody all the time. But just know, man, that this is opportunity in your face when things are like this. And we are still early. I mean, I can't imagine how many people may still not even know that it's live.
Oh yeah,
people that have stepped away from crypto, they thought maybe it was a scam or a rug pull after 2 years. How many people still don't even know? And we're seeing the volume that we're seeing and the coins burn. It's only going to get better, and especially as this bull market picks up in get some force behind it. Look out, man! It's going to be exciting. It's crazy.
And I think it's not even that people that may have sacrificed a little bit and were like, "Oh, I don't care about this" or forgot about it. But I think there's even, I heard somebody talking today about like a friend or somebody they know that they onboarded that maybe didn't even take crypto that seriously or whatever. And like you said, don't even know that it's here or anything because they're not psychos like we are with this stuff every single day. You know what I mean? So I think there is plenty of that. And again, until I couldn't underline what you said more. The idea that this is what opportunity looks like is completely true. It's harder to get funds in. It's there's going to be more risk up front. Like this is the great paradox. People want to just go on Coinbase or Kraken and buy like Ripple
they want to hit the easy button. That's what they want.
Yeah, and this is going to be, now I understand people that are just going to do that or just buying a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum aren't going to be doing this right now. However, they're likely not really in DeFi anyway. But when it's more difficult like this, and you see a line, there is an overwhelming line. We have $30 million outstanding trying to get in to this ecosystem right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal. Like, this is what you want to be happening. And I understand, like, understand this too, for anybody that's pissed off because like they have funds.
$35 million still
Yeah.
outstanding.
Yeah. Like I understand, like, people have funds in limbo, not really in limbo, but I mean, on the blockchain, totally secure, totally safe, waiting to get over there. And they want to buy at these prices, but understand, like, these prices wouldn't be there if the money was in there. So it's kind of a catch-22. I mean, like, yeah, some people are going to get a crazy deal better than sacrifice. And I really don't see much of an issue with that. I mean, like, still, like you just said, Ewok, we've got 2 long years to come here, maybe even longer than 2 years. 2024, 2025, in my opinion, we're going to have, hot prices. The bull market's going to be back, and Pulse and PulseX are going to fly probably harder than most things on the market.
Yeah.
So if you sacrificed, I mean, I still look at it like you got in on the ground floor, just because, like, things open up. PulseX has dipped like 90-ish% already and come back up a little bit. You were still there at the beginning, and you may still have an opportunity to buy at some of these levels. You have plenty of time to DCA. So I wouldn't be upset at all. And I won't be upset if I'm unable to get like some of these discounts off the SAC price right now. So
yeah, I saw people bitching about that too. Like, here I waited 2 years to get and now the price is lower than that. I wouldn't have even had to wait. But would you have been in the same situation? Would your coins have been the same value as they were when you sacrificed? Actually, no, they wouldn't, because everything is down even further than it was 2 years ago. So you wouldn't have got the same deal. You wouldn't have had those coins already sitting on the network ready to go for you on day one. If you wanted to make some trades, there were some good trades out there. We did recommend that you didn't do that, but there were a couple good deals to be had, and we were the only ones to be able to capitalize on those. So, just remember that just because, yes, there are some deals right now that people are getting that are better than the sacrifice price, all that means is it's opportunity for you to double your bag. With a lot less money, or at least increase it. Take advantage of it. This is still DCA time. It could go even lower. So put a little bit in and wait. We're still less than a week old. I told you guys that, Hex didn't bottom until 33 days. So we've got a couple more weeks here of a lot of this bridge getting ironed out. A lot of money still coming in, $35 more million at least sitting there right now. Who knows where it's going to go, what liquidity pairs. Once liquidity gets better, things are going to work themselves out. The price will work, in our favor, I think, once we find a floor. There's so much opportunity.
Just
Can we
continue to
answer
be
this
patient.
question though?
Yes, I want you to answer that. I just want to follow up and say what you said. Like, some of the people that are upset about like the sacrifice thing, like, oh, I shouldn't have even sacrificed. Like, who's to say you would have even be able to get funds in at this rate right now? I mean, like, there's no way that you can rely on that. And yeah, I agree with you 100% too. Like, if you want to look at these prices, and that's ultimately what I did this morning. I saw what was happening. I saw everything dipping, and the people were waiting, and I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm not going to at least try to get a bullet in the chamber. So, I went ahead and at least started a bridge because I figured maybe tomorrow it'll be in or something like that.
Well, and even that, with liquidity being as thin as it is, if you put $5,000 in right now, you're going to push the price so far up that you may not get a good deal. And then somebody else could just sell it right back down and screw you.
Right.
So, it may seem like a good deal right away, but it may not be, because of the very thin liquidity. People that put in substantial amounts of money, they would push the price so far away that it would not become a good deal by the end of the trade. So,
and I do think that number you said is relatively accurate. I actually do think right now, literally between like a 2K to 5K buy would really like move some of these prices.
Yeah, it really would.
Decent bit. So hexpassiveincome.com. My friend Crypto Coffee has created what I think is probably the best course for a new cryptocurrency investor. Not only that, but these courses usually charge an arm and a leg. Crypto Coffee is only charging $200. I think right now he actually has a discount for $150. I have a link below in the description. If you are new to crypto, do not understand Hex and how it works, click the link below. It's a quick, easy course. He only gives you the basics. I personally, myself, have thought about creating an intro to crypto course in the past. I don't think there's any reason to do so because Matt, Crypto Coffee, has already taken care of that. And I don't think anything needs to be added by anybody else. So check it out. The link is in the description and sign up to Hex Passive Income today.